Greetings and peace. I would like to start this with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Peace be with you and yours. Today's presentation I would like to do on riding the goat and the Islamic and Masonic parallels in terms of what that means for both systems. Again, this video is just for the purpose of gathering knowledge and applying the teachings to your life, as I am not encouraging you to join the lodge or Grand Lodge system. As I pointed out in previous videos, that it brings an egregore into your life, which affects you, and I myself have resigned in good standing and moved on. So just use this video for the purpose of knowledge, and that's it. I represent myself only, and I hope you enjoy what I have to offer. Riding the goat, the Islamic and Masonic parallels. Growing up, I heard that when you cross the Bridge of Sirat, and the Bridge of Sirat is the afterlife, when you're crossing it to go to the other side after your life is over. And basically, you ride on a goat to cross that bridge. And especially now we're in the time of Eid al-Adha, and the one that just went by. And in that time, we are told that the goats and sheeps that you sacrifice in that event and holiday will come to your aid and assistance when you cross the Bridge of Sirat. From an intro perspective, the goat is a profound symbol across ancient and spiritual traditions. In Islam, goats appear in sacrificial rites, representing obedience to Allah. Freemasonry refers to riding the goat in jest, symbolizing trials of initiation. As I've explained earlier, in Islamic eschatology, the Sirat is a bridge over hell, thinner than a hair and sharper than a sword. Believers must cross it to reach paradise, supported by their deeds. Some allegories reference a ride, interpreted symbolically in mystical thought, while others, as in my growing up, I was taught that the animals that you sacrifice for the will of Allah, as you sacrifice these animals and distribute the meat to the poor, they are heavenly creatures, and you ride on them in order to basically cross the bridge. Now, riding the goat in Islamic interpretations is that mainstream texts don't mention literal goat riding in the eschatology. Now, symbolically, the goat may represent one's burdens or moral weight. Crossing the Sirat may mirror the inner mastery over the nafs, which is your ego. Now, in Freemasonry, riding the goat often is a humorous perspective which describes the candidate's initiation, and it marks a symbolic death and rebirth, which are rites of transformation. Not an official ritual, but deeply allegorical in meaning. The historical origins of the Masonic goat is that in 18th century, a lot of the anti-Masonic propaganda mocked rituals with goat imagery. The Masons internalized it as a humorous cultural meme, and the goat became shorthanded for a mysterious transformation. The symbolism of the goat in esoteric traditions is that the goat symbolizes life force, rebellion, fertility, and spiritual ascent. Now, the Baphomet, as it's seen in different traditions, is the goat-headed hermetic icon of duality and hidden wisdom. And across mysticism, goats bridge the profane and the sacred. Now, both traditions, if you look at it, the concept of riding the goat. In Islam, you have the Bridge of Sirat, which is the test of spiritual purity. And the Masonic path is test of moral refinement and self-awareness. And both emphasize personal reckoning through a symbolic crossing. Now, the Sirat versus the Masonic journey. The Sirat in Islam is the post-death reckoning for eternal destiny. And in Freemasonry, it's the metaphysical ascent during life through knowledge. Each path reveals a deeper quest for alignment with truth. In both traditions, goat represents both base instincts and the power to transcend them, Riding symbolizes control, balance, and sacred movement forward, and the allegory transcends literalism, and of course, all the truth hides in symbolism. Now, if you look at the warning aspect in both traditions, is that Islam emphasizes taqwa, which is God consciousness and avoiding the hellfire. Freemasonry teaches to be vigilant morally and continuous introspection, and the warnings serve as spiritual compasses towards uprightness. As a Mason, you should be upright in your conduct and in your character. And even the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that I have come to basically perfect the manners and characters of mankind, the adab. Truth and symbolism is often hidden in plain sight, is that the goat's journey mirrors humanity's struggle with self and destiny, and the religious and esoteric symbols point to deeper inner realities of recognizing allegory, which unlocks new spiritual perception. In closing, if you look at the mystical parallels between Islam and Masonry, they prompt contemplation. Riding the goat is not mockery, but a metaphor for elevation. The path is narrow, fiery, and yet full of hidden light, full of trials and tribulations. But it's supposed to make you into the being that you are. And again, I represent myself only, and these teachings are only meant to be taken spiritually, symbolically, and esoterically, and I'm not encouraging you to join anything. And I also recommend go on my channel, go to the playlist, and look at the Islam, Sufism, and Freemasonry playlist that I have made. And at your convenience, browse through all of them, as it will cover much of the teachings that the Western Lodge system or the Western Masons will never cover. May this exploration inspire deeper reflection and spiritual clarity for you on your journey. Thank you, my friends, for watching. If any questions or comments, please email me at salmansheikh911@gmail.com. All images used were retrieved from public domain searches and are the rightful property of their respective owners. The images used in this video are for the purpose of nonprofit awareness and education, which is protected by the copyright laws of fair use education purpose. All my videos are for nonprofit and education purposes. Thank you, all rights reserved.